Hey everyone, this is Rajendran here joining from Market Calls. Welcome everyone to Practical Approach to TradingView Pinescript Programming. In today's discussion, we're going to discuss about the basics of TradingView and also the basics of the Pinescript, especially how you can create your own indicators. So that is the approach we're going to do in today's session. First of all, I just want to know before getting into the session, is the audio and video quality is fine? There is a Q&A box is there, and as usual, the session is getting recorded. Once the session is done, it will be posted to the courses portal, and I guess by end of the day, you will be receiving a email invitation to access the courses. So from there onwards, continuously you'll be able to access the courses from the portal as well. The recording will be available to you for the next 1 year. And you also get access to the Slack platform as well. So that is where we'll be creating a special channel for discussing the TradingView related Pinescript programming. So before getting into the session, just give me a quick confirmation about the audio and video quality. All right, great. Thanks, Srinivasan, Prasanna Manvi, Prahlad, and Hiresh and Vinay. So I guess we are good to go here. In today's discussion, right, this entire 8 days of programming session is likely to be designed for non-coders. So I just want to know how many of you are non-coders in today's session. If you're a non-coder, please say yes so that I can understand. All right, so a couple of people are from the non-coding background. So if you are a coder, right, so don't over anticipate here in today's discussion. Slowly we will be increasing the complexity of the programming. So, but at the start, it will be like mild programming understanding of how I can understand function, what is a function, what is an array, what is different aspects of, how to code is what we are going to look in today's discussion. All right. So I guess many people are here from I guess most of the people are from the non-coding background. If you're facing any audio issue, what you can do here is you can quickly disconnect and you can reconnect back. I guess the audio quality will be sorted out. In many cases, in the past, we had seen such kind of issues getting sorted out. All right, so without further delay, let me get into the session. A little bit about me. My name is Rajendran. I'm the founder of Market Calls and co-founder of Algo Mojo. I've been trading and investing in this market since 2006 onwards. Mostly I'm a trader. I'm a short-term trader and a very short-term trader. I prefer mostly to trade in index futures and options derivatives mostly. I also trade in stock futures and options as well. So most of my expertise is on market profile, order flow analytics, and indicator development and trading system development. Especially, I had developed trading systems on AmiBroker, tools like AmiBroker, Ninja Trader, TradingView, and MetaTrader. So these are the predominantly I had used to design systems. We are also worked for a couple of funds to integrate some of the Python-based scripts as well. So let's get into the session here. So let's try to understand what is TradingView. So TradingView, if you ask me why TradingView, that is the first question it comes to my mind. The first thing is that I would say that it is the first platform to provide a one-stop solution for a trader. What a trader needs, everything will be there at one single marketplace. So they provide charting, watch list, advanced indicators, public indicators. In fact, I can create my own indicator and I can create and I can share it to the public, and rest of the community, they can use those indicators. So that is a big thing because not many traders are coders in the markets. So what happened here is that back in those days, somebody has to code, somebody have to wait, and then they have to go and search for indicators. That was a big thing there. Back in 2005 or 2006, not many communities on the programming on, this kind of indicator programming, not much of the communities are not available. Here and there are major popular forums are there, and lesser information has been shared. But the TradingView kind of platform, what they had created is they created a community. They also created a developer community where developers can come and engage, and then they can code and they can share their ideas, and those ideas people can take it and they can inhibit those ideas into their trades. Right, so what you can get from the community is that a lot of ideas you can get from the community, and of course sometimes even some trash will be get shared, but that's fine. But the core idea of the community is to share something better. That's what TradingView, I think they are doing right from the start. I think TradingView started from 2013 onwards, and so far they are doing a fantastic work on whatever they are touching up. So let it be they are providing the charting or watch list, let it be indicators or strategies they brought in, or off late they brought backtesting. I think initially backtesting was not there. Later they bought backtesting. Then they evolved with live trading, paper trading. One thing was the major backbone for them, the data, right? The institutional quality data, that is a major backbone for TradingView, which attracts so many millions of customers it had attracted thus far. And not only that, one of the most I would say that one of the most turnaround thing for TradingView is the alert feature. They came up with an alert. I think so far they are processing some millions of alerts as per the blog. You can go and check out the TradingView blog there. Somewhat they are on a daily basis, they are processing 12.5 millions of alerts on a daily basis. And not only that, you can also use that alerts to send automated orders using a feature called webhook, which we are going to discuss in detail in the upcoming session. So these are the things which attracts me as a trader towards TradingView. Not only me, and of course most of you people here as well, because they also provide data for NSE cash, NSE futures, MCX futures, all at free of cost. Right? Yes, they also have a subscription module as well, but beyond that, to attract a major amount of customers, they think the data is the new oil, and that's they're using it smartly. That's what I can say that. So TradingView, it's a cloud-based access. You can access from anywhere, any device. You access from Android or iOS or any platform you are in, you can access from here, or you're in Chrome or any browser, you can access it. And it is a multi-asset platform as well. Means you can access stocks, futures, index, world commodities, world currencies, cryptos, and CFDs, whatnot, right? Anything which is tradable, almost it is there in the TradingView platform. Multiple countries are also onboarded, not only India. You can also find European markets. You can also find Asian markets like Hong Kong, Singapore, and most of the popular markets are already onboarded into the TradingView, right? And the best part is that they come up with a clean data. Almost they provide a split bonus, corporate data adjusted. No upgradation fee is required, and no upgradation is required first of all, and no installation is required, no maintenance is required. So it solves the hassles. You just like that, you type tradingview.com, and then you are next second you are able to access that software. And which is not that easy, I could say that, because there are many players like AmiBroker or Ninja Trader. They had done thousands of iteration to develop in the desktop market, and beyond the desktop they are not able to move, right? Because there are a lot of limitations there. One is the data maintenance is going to be a biggest challenge, and then installation, upgradation, supports. So the challenge faced by the other vendors, right? So yes, the other vendors also, they evolved a lot in the desktop side. But what TradingView they had done is that they had done a complete, we can say like what, complete disruption in the financial industry. So TradingView also support Pinescript programming. First of all, before getting into the Pinescript programming, let's go and check out some of the basic TradingView features, and then we'll quickly come into the Pinescript, and then we'll start only with the Pinescript from here onwards. So let me pull up. Oops, that's a My Little Pony from my kid. Anyways, let me close it. Okay, here, let me pull up the TradingView charts here. I'm not going to go in detail about the drawing tools as such, but that you can explore on your own. But if you have any questions about any drawing features, we can take it off. Outside the session. End of the session, we'll be having a Q&A session where I can. You can raise your hands. There is a hand button is there. I can unmute you and you can speak back, and you can also ask questions so that it becomes two-way communication. All right. So the best thing is that the moment you open the TradingView screen, you know that almost it immediately showcases that it is a multi-display, multi markets at one single place. So you'll be able to access multiple markets at one single place. Like right now you're seeing S&P, the Dow Jones, Euro USD, crude oil, Bitcoins, gold, silver. And on the watch list, you can add your own favorite stocks. So I kept most of the index, most of the currencies, most of the popular currencies, which a trader needs on a daily basis. And then, yes, SGX Nifty as well. So IN1, this exclamatory mark, that is nothing but the SGX Nifty, which is delayed version. You can see that the letter D is shown over here. That D represents the quotes are delayed by 10 minutes. So likewise, the VIX and US oil, and then gold, Bitcoins, and bonds. So everything you can access at one single place. TradingView.com is the international platform, whereas they also have Indian variants as well. So in.tradingview.com. I'm not going to go much in detail into that. So this will automatically land in Indian platform. I don't know why, but I just tried with in.tradingview.com. Let me try one more time. Okay, anyways, I'm not able to get here, but that's never mind. You can also use the international platform to access Indian markets as well. So Nifty, I can pull up over here. You click on the ticker. From the ticker, you can search like NSE : automatically you will be getting all the NSE listed stocks. You want a stock, you will be able to get the stock of NSE. If you want futures, you can get the futures. Or if you want index of NSE, right? Those kind of things you will be able to get in a smart way. And not only that, you can also select the exchanges, whichever the exchanges you want. These are the list of exchanges they are supporting. So many exchanges are there in this list. So the best part is that they provide a nice, cool interface on the charts. The charting interface is superior. How many of you are very, very new to TradingView? Or you can put your experience about your TradingView. So how good is the quality of the data? Anytime delay? This is a question from Bharat Devidas. I can tell you, right? So they are getting the data directly from the exchange. So if it is delayed, right, you'll be able to get the delayed data over here. If it is live, almost it says you don't get any notification about that. If it is anything delayed, you will be getting an how much delayed it is. So if you are opening that the SGX Nifty here, you can see the letter D on the top here. That means it is a data is delayed option. There are a couple of markets they provide delayed data, or sometimes they will be giving delayed data free of cost. But for the real-time data, they will charge. Right? They also have a couple of plans as well. I am not an expert in those plans, but I can tell you what is what. TradingView pricing. So the basic plan is free. You'll be able to get all the charting access. You'll be able to access the complete data, backtesting, indicators, public library. So many things you'll be able to get access, but there will be a lot of limitation on the charting perspective. You may not be able to open more than one window, right, at any given time. So maximum you can use one chart at any given time. Whereas if you are using some pro kind of plans, so right now I'm in pro plan. In this case, you can see that there is a layout here. You can select as many layouts you want, right? Let's say you want a multiple layout. Let's say multiple layout here to a 2 chart layout, or probably even an 3 chart layout. Oops, it's asking for an higher plans probably. So I can go with maximum in pro plan. I can go with maximum 2 chart layout, I guess. So either horizontal layout or vertical layout. But anything more than that, they are asking for money. That means it's fine. So if you are going for a bigger monitor and you need more screen and you are going to observe more charts, and that's how they make money. That's a decent business, I would say that. And yeah, right now I'm in pro plan because I'm just testing a lot of Algomojo features with TradingView. They also have a pro plus variant here. where you will get 10 indicators per chart. So right now, right, if you want to add indicators, so let me go to the single place. I can add indicators by going to the indicators. So if I go to the indicators, you'll be able to see the built-in indicators. These are indicators. It is totally provided by the TradingView itself. So all these indicators are provided by the TradingView platform itself. And then comes candlestick patterns. I don't know, I haven't tested yet, but I guess this is also mostly inbuilt. Probably it will be looking for an inbuilt candlestick patterns. And then the most interesting part is the public library. I think so far there are thousands of indicators are there in this library. Anything you want, you can search it out. Like if you want Supertrend, you'll be able to get it. Or you want an maybe let's say like you want an Ichimoku, you will be able to get it. Or you want an Heikinashi. So you name anything, mostly it would have been coded. Or something like Hust exponent. Hust exponent. You'll be able to get a lot of people coded Hust. But you need to check, you need to be a bit careful which indicator is good or whether they had coded properly or not. And most of the Egler's indicators, right? Egler's indicators. I mean, Elder's indicator or Egler's indicator. Egler's. I don't know, maybe I'm spelling it wrongly. Yeah. So most of the Egler's indicator has been coded. You can see that all those codes from, I think Egler, he had written one of the book name. What is the book name he had written? Egler's. He is more of an engineering guy, right? So he written a couple of books on trading, like Rocket Science for Traders, something like that. Yeah, Rocket Science for Traders. And then MISA and Trading Market Cycles. Mostly all of his indicators, the publicly available indicators are available here. Previously, many traders, I mean, many trading platforms, they used to charge for this. And right now, the best part is that most of the indicators are available here at free of cost. And yes, they also have some of the indicators like volume profile. These kind of volume profile, I think you need to be in a pro plan or something like that. You need to be there. Maybe if possible, later on we look into this kind of indicators. Now the best part is that you can store your own scripts over here. You can. So what are the codes I am doing? I can store all my scripts in this pack over here. You can see there are arrow marks over here, the up and down arrow marks. They are nothing but trading strategies. They are not indicators. The rest all of them are indicators. It is trying to indicate something, but these are trading rules. When to buy, when to sell, kind of rules which can be back tested. Whereas indicator, we cannot back test it. Only the trading strategies we can back test over here. Now what they are providing is that they are providing a cloud-based solution where all your coding, whatever the coding you are doing in Pinescript. So we do the coding programming using the Pine editor. On the bottom, if you go and see, there's a Pine editor is there. Here you can go and code your own scripts over here. You can create your own indicators. All you need to know is that you need to know a bunch of programming knowledge and how to code or how to refer the manual, and based upon the manual, how you can create your own indicator. I would say that for that, you don't need to be a programmer as such. Probably if you know how to handle Excel or if you already handled Excel. How many of you have seen the Excel? Let me open Excel here. See that if you open Excel and let's say 10 and 20, I'll put a bunch of numbers over here. If you want to add everything, right, what you're doing is that you are opening a function. What you're opening here is a function here. I'm just going to sum all those numbers, sum of this cell plus this cell and this cell and this cell. So everything put together, you can see that what I opened is that equal to sum. This is nothing but an Excel based function. What we will call this? The sum is an Excel based function here. Sum is a Excel based function. Excel based function. Similar functions we're going to use in Pinescript. So there are a lot of functions which are supported here. You can see, let's say I'll type A. You can find a lot of functions under this. Likewise, let's say like I want to find correlation. Maybe there is a function for a correlation here. And there is a function to figure out the sine value or the tan value. All the mathematical functions are there, or absolute value. So a lot of mathematical functions are already available over here. Mathematical function, statistical function, scientific function, maybe cube root function. the function to figure out what is the cube root, what is the square root. So all those mathematical functions and statistical functions are available in Excel. It's the same way, these are inbuilt functions of Excel. Likewise, what TradingView also provides is that they also provides a lot of inbuilt function. Using those inbuilt function, what you want to build, your own indicator or your own strategies, you can quickly build on top of that. So that is what we're going to do with the Pine editor. So first of all, the Pinescript itself a beautiful programming language. Very first, I think this programming language, right? It is a programming language. We call that as a vector level programming language. But the beauty is that trying to bring it into a web is something which is very challenging. Very few people had done that, and that is a customized vector level programming implementing on a web. That is not a joke. All right, so very few people can do that. TradingView is able to achieve that because they also have prior experience, because they are the one who created the multi charts. There is a platform called multi charts. They are the one who created the desktop based solution. Later they pioneered into cloud based solutions as well. So Pinescript is a vector level programming language. Let me tell you what is a vector level programming language is all about. It's very simple. Let's say I'm having a candle data. Let's take the candlestick data here. So let's say I'll go to the TradingView charts. If you take the candle data, if I say, let's say I'm putting data equal to high plus low plus open plus close divided by 4. I'm just taking an average of everything. Okay, average of everything. Divide by 4. Now, what is happening here is that I'm trying to add high plus low plus open plus close, not only for one candle, but all the candles in the charting over here. And if I try to plot, let's say I'm just also trying to plot here. I plot the data. The moment I plot the data, I'll add it to the charts. So probably let me remove other scripts. I'll add to the charts. So what is happening here is that it is trying to compile the script. When I try to add the charts, it's trying to compile. Obviously, it is trying to compile here. Yeah. So what I got over here is that it is trying to plot. Maybe I'll remove this close here. Just simply add it to the charts. So you could see that what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to compute not only for one candle, but all the candles. I am calculating the open, high, low, and close divided by 4. I'm taking an average and I'm plotting in a separate chart. Now, this is what we call as a vector level programming language. What is actually happening here is, let's say, let me go to the Excel and then I'll try to explain here. Let's say this is open data, high data, low data, and closing data. For each and every chart we are having, assume that here there are a couple of information here. Likewise, let's say the data goes something like this. For each, assume that each and every candle, there is a data is there. So what is happening here is that the moment you use open, high, low, close, the entire thing gets summed up. This is for one candle, everything got summed up. So we are summing everything. So sum of all these open, high, low, close data divided by 4. It is happening for each and every candle. This is what we are trying to program here. Assume that this is all these data points are for each and every candle. Each and every candle for that particular time frame. So once you coded that, what is happening here? Once you program that, once you program what your indicator should do, automatically it will be applied for all the candlesticks. And that is a kind of a vector level approach, which is also used in AmiBroker. So that is the reason AmiBroker TradingView is very easy to learn. Whereas the other programming language like Ninja Trader or Python, you have to have some core programming skills, whereas it is like as good as operating an Excel here. So the spine script is where we will be coding our own indicators, or we'll be coding our own trading strategies. There is a strategy tester is also there. This is where we will be backtesting our trading strategies. Later we'll be talking about that. And there is a trading panel is also there where you can connect your paper trading, or currently they are providing live trading with a couple of forex brokers, crypto brokers, and those are the people who are connected at this point of time. They're also trying to integrate with most of the US brokers. They've spoken with a couple of Indian brokers as well, but there are a lot of regulation issues are there with SEBI. SEBI says they have to be a Indian entity to provide such kind of solution. They cannot allow a foreign entity as a trading platform, which is not an approved trading platform. So that is the reason, I guess, it got stalled there. Otherwise, a majority of the popular Indian brokers would have already onboarded into TradingView, because most of the brokers right now, they have the technology to support TradingView. Now, you click here, automatically it opens, and again you click, it will get minimized over here. The best part about TradingView is that it also comes with a multiple custom time frame over here. If you are using a free TradingView platform, probably you will be having a limited charts, maybe 1 minute chart you may try, or probably you will get access to 3 minute charts or 5 minute charts. But if you want to build something like 7 minute charts, there is an option here, right? So there is I think if you scroll down a little, you can go to the bottom and you can go and select 7 minutes, and you can click on add to that. So automatically the 7 minutes will happen over here. That customized time frame you can build on your own in the pro features. I think that is not possible in free solution, but you have to be a pro or pro plus user to access the custom time frame options. And moreover, they also provide tick level charts, also 1 second charts, 5 second charts. I think for this one should be a pro level user. So let me click on 1 second. Currently it is saying that you have to upgrade. So yeah, I don't want a 1 second charts, by the way. If in case if you want an sub minute charts, 1 second charts or 10 second charts, if you're a scalper and if you need such kind of charts, they also provide such kind of features as well. So the extreme right hand side, they also come up with an you click on this button, automatically it pulls back. There you have a lot of, I think you will be able to see a lot of controls over here. So the controls over here, right? So you are seeing a watch list, and the watch list shows the open, high, low, closing value. You select anything, automatically the chart will get loaded. So quickly you can navigate using this watch list. It's highly recommended if you are trading in multiple symbols or you want to watch multiple symbols. So it's highly a recommended one. And followed by that, they are also having an alert section where you can create your own alerts. Let me show you how it is very simple to create an alert. Let me go to the US market right now. I'm going to pull up something called ES mini features. So ES stands for ES mini. You see that ES1 exclamatory mark, that represents current month contract. ES2 represents next month contract. The same thing goes with Nifty also. So let's say something like Nifty. You can go to Nifty and you can click on Nifty index futures, Nifty 1, Nifty 2. Nifty 1 stands for current month contract. That is current running contract. And Nifty 2 is the next month contract. That means December month contract. They also provide a November, December, January contract level data also they are providing. They are also providing continuous contract also, right? So let's say I'm going to select Nifty future data points. Now, from here, what I can do here is I'm going to apply one of the custom indicator. Let's say I'm going to go to a public library. I'll go to indicators. I'm going to select public library over here. It's a public library. I'm going to pull up one of the indicator which is coded by another trader. CM William Wixfix finds market bottoms. This is the code I'm going to input over here. You can see that there are 42,536 people liked that particular indicator. Means maybe something interesting could be there. Wixfix itself an interesting indicator. It's a kind of a proxy volatility. All right. So let me click on this indicator. So obviously, I don't need to apply twice. So only I should have been clicked once, but mistakenly I clicked twice. The best part here is that you can also go back. You see that there is a controls over here. This is a place you can see the controls. There is a gear icon here. You can see the controls. You can change the colors. You can change the inputs. Now all these are nothing but the controls are offered via programming. So how I can access this code? There is a small braces over here. You can click on that and you can look at the source code. Automatically the Pinescript opens. Now from here you can add to the chart, or even you can save it to a charts as well. So you can make a copy and you can say like you can build on top of the charts. That is the beauty of TradingView. Let's say like it's a copy. So let's say like my own version. You want to work on top of that, and you want to do some modification on top of that, and you want to make this code better. Probably you find this code interesting, and now you want to work on top of that. That is very much possible there. You can go and see anybody else Pinescript code as well. If just go to the indicators, even from here you can go and check out. Let's say this wave trend oscillator. You click on this code, you will be able to automatically see the code over here automatically. So it's from Lazy Bear. Again, Lazy Bear is a popular coder in TradingView platform. There are a lot of popular coders are also in the trading platform as well. Right now they are having their own developer community as well. So here you can go and check out anybody's code, and you can also copy the code and you can reuse those code. That is the best part. Not only reusing for only particular time frame, you can also change the time frame. The same logic will be applied to the different time frame as well. So the possibilities are enormous now. You can what it brings you is that it brings a lot of creativity to the traders to implement different trading ideas, or if they have their own trading ideas and they want to implement it, TradingView provides endless possibilities basically. Now, let me quickly go back to the spine editor here. And I mean, let's quickly look into some of the controls over here. There are a lot of charting controls are there. Too many charting controls has been provided over here. So all these are line controls, right? So we can basically use to draw trend lines. It's nothing much. So different trend lines have different variants over here. So one is to plot arrows, something like that, mostly to annotate on top of the charts, right? Annotate on top of the charts. And if in case if you are not liking it, you see that automatically it also comes with the control. You can see you can change the length, you can change the width of the lines. You can make it as a different arrow style or extended one, not an extended one. So many controls are there. You can go back and you can you can work on top of that, and you can learn on your own, because it's not an rocket science. All these are just plain vanilla controls. So likewise, if you are a fan of like these kind of geometric tools, a lot of geometric tools are available. GAN, Fibonacci, and Fibonacci circles, Fibonacci spiral. That I'm not going to explain what is what here. And also a lot of annotation tools are there. Like if you want to spot, like, this is a consolidation zone, so you can mark on top of the charts, and you can also take a screenshot. There is a screenshot option is there, and that's the best part of that. You can quickly take a quick screenshot, and you can also tweet it saying that, hey, this is what happened. You can explain it to your friends or to your community or to your family. Hey, this is what happening in the charts. And going back here, you can also tweet from here also. If you already logged into the Twitter, you can also tweet from here. And they also provide an text annotations. There are different ways of text annotation. All these are like, you find something interesting, you can put a flag mark over here, kind of a flag marks. You can put at various places wherever you're finding it interesting. You can also write some notes about this particular symbol. Let's say Nifty. Right now, what is the observation? You can also take notes over here. You can put your own. You can create your own journal. Let's say journal. My trading journal, my trading journal. Let's say it is for 2nd November 2020. So you can create your own notes here, as many notes you want. Let's say today price suddenly dropped like 100 points at open, and later price went sideways. This is the notes for today. Maybe tomorrow you want to create another note. Maybe let's say like my trading journal. why I'm saying here is that you can also use this journal to make your make your trading skill better. So probably you can also go back and check what happened on that particular day. You can create as many journals you want, and I believe, let's say if I'm going to change the symbol here, something like Bank Nifty, the trading journal still remains over here. This text node is mostly, it is not stock independent. It is mostly, you can have your own notes about the markets or about anything you want to write. You can write it over here. It will be staying only within you only. They also have a comparison tool over here. So using this comparison tool, what you can do here is you can compare, let's say Nifty Bank with Nifty. You can compare with different symbols. And they also provide one more interesting operator over here. Let's say, let me pull up that. Let me close everything. So if in case you want to remove the indicators, you have to go to that particular indicator and you have to remove it. Let's say you have to remove that. Now, let's say they provide some mathematical combinations also. Let's say you want to add or you want to bring the ratio of NSE Bank Nifty and NSE Nifty. So NSE colon Nifty. So this will give you the ratio charts of both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So you can see that it's getting the ratio chart between Bank Nifty divided by Nifty. What is that? The ratio you'll be able to get over here. Or you can also calculate something like, you can also multiply the crude oil into, let's say I'll pull up the crude oil here, CL crude. CL is the NYMEX crude. CL crude, I'm just going to multiply with the USD multiply with the USD. So you can do such kind of things like CL crude multiply with the USD, and you can check what was the rate which is happening around. You can go and check out over here. So this is the CL crude multiplied by USD. So, and then you can cross check with you can compare this with the MCX crude. So let's say M6 crude oil. M6 colon, if you type, automatically it brings the M6 crude oil. Likewise, they also provides both continuous contract as well as non-continuous contract. So let me pull up this continuous contract over here. You can see that it perfectly correlates. So what I had done here, very simple thing. I had done the international crude, NYMEX crude multiplied by the USD, and I just brought the comparison tool to compare with the M6 futures. You can see that perfect correlation exists in the markets. This is on a daily time frame. Maybe if you're going for hourly, probably you can see that the hourly time frame also more or less. Okay, maybe in intraday spreads, it's not allowing me to check out more than daily time frame. If I want to go to interval like a daily, I mean hourly or something, I have to be in Pro Plus features. So I guess for intraday spreads, I need to move to an Pro Plus plans. I need to be in a higher plan. Basically, they are allowing me to only see at the daily interval. So these are the limitations. A lot of limitations are there. You can go and check it out because they had given a brief table about the comparison, what you will get in basic, what you will get in Pro, what you will get in Pro Plus, or what you will get in Premium. So if you are an algo trader, if you want to send, whenever there is a buy or sell signal is getting generated in TradingView, and you want to send to any of the algo application, minimum you should be in Pro plan. All right, there are some vendors, they are also providing in basic plan also, but that solution is not that reliable one. So Pro one is more reliable because they are using a reliable solution called webhook, right? So the webhook is an very good feature to convert your alerts from TradingView into trading orders to your broker terminal. Automatically, 100% automation can be achieved with the Pro plan. Pro plan is the minimum thing if you're considering or looking for an automated solution over here. All right, let's go back to the side by side. We also look into the charting feature because charting feature, it cannot be covered in one shot. So I thought of giving a small introduction over here. So there are a lot of apps nowadays. They started supporting, on top of the TradingView, a lot of apps also started supporting the webhook features, because the webhook itself a new feature which is introduced by the TradingView. So such kind of, whenever any new features are coming into the markets, you can go and check out the TradingView blog. Later I'll show you. So these are some of the applications which are allowing you to do an automated trading on various platforms. AlgoMojo currently is supporting Indian brokers, and 3comma.io, again they are supporting international markets and cryptocurrencies. Alert.tron, again, they are sending alerts, they're capturing the alerts and they are sending it to, I think, Telegram. And they're also capturing the screenshot. That is what I heard last time. And AlgoG, Next Level Bot, all these are Indian variants who are trying to capture the orders from the TradingView and they are sending it to the broker terminal. Mostly they are using broker APIs. But among them, AlgoMojo is currently offering free API and free trading platform solution. Other rest of all the players, right, they are charging for the platform over there. So whereas AlgoMojo, they come up with a free API and a free trading platform as well. Now, we know that Pinescript is a powerful formula language, right? It's called, it allows traders to create their own indicators, trading strategies. You can also create your own buy or sell indicators, and you can also create your own alerts as well, right? You can also send that alerts for automating your trades. And the Pinescript is totally stored under the TradingView cloud. It's your choice whether you want to put it in a public domain or you want to keep it yourself. Pinescript, the TradingView platform itself, providing that kind of privacy to maintain your own codes so that it will not get exposed to the public. If you think your code is sensitive, you don't need to publish it to the public domain. So let's say here, I just saved a code here. The moment you saved any code, it will be still resting in under your place. Let's say I'll save this chart. I'll make a copy and I'll save this chart here. Let's say version, you're modifying something and you're putting version 2.0 and you're saving it. It will be still sitting in your script only. So anytime you can go and access by going to the indicators and you go to my scripts, you search for the name, like the name is what? Wave trend, right? So wave trend, you'll be able to wave trend, and probably you select that particular script. You go to my script and from there you searched out wave trend. Right, somehow it's coming and then it's going back. So probably you scroll down, you'll be able to see your my scripts. Under my scripts, it is listed over there. Otherwise, many people had copied and many people also published it. So right now this code is still sitting in my local cloud only. It is not going for the public domain. And then you see that there is also a star icon is there. You click onto the favorites. So next time you don't need to search for that. Always go and check out your favorites. You'll be having the list of all the favorite indicators from here. Whatever you are favoriting, all those indicators you'll be able to quickly access. Even let it be a public library. Let's say it's a public library. I can still go and favorite it. Let's say TD sequential. I'm just going and favorite it. Or if I have my own scripts, I can favorite my own scripts also. Let's say there is one more indicator called a quick flip. So let's say quick flip. Or let's say Supertrend, AlgoMojo orders or Algo strategy. So those kind of things also you can favorite it so that always it will be available under the favorite section as well. Anytime you don't want, you can just simply remove it from the favorite section. Now, if I want to publish it, what I have to do here is that I have to publish the script. There is an option to publish. So this is my code and I want to publish this code to the public domain. I can click on publish and it will be asking me to read the house rules. Probably you have to read the house rules here. Means probably you should not be copying other codes and you cannot be claiming it. Maybe I think such kind of guidelines would have been there. It's better to go and read the guidelines, because last time we had a webinar and we had a talk with the growth director. What he said is that TradingView is taking the house rules very seriously. So better you just go through the house rules once, right? So anyways, I haven't studied much, but I don't, I don't spoil, I don't claim somebody else's code as mine, right? So let's say continue publishing and then it will be asking for the details. So active chart doesn't contain the study you are going to publish. Okay, so probably I have to add to the chart and then I have to publish it, because they also take a screenshot of that. So now if I click on publish, automatically it asks me what name you want to give. You can also update versions as well. You can also release version. Same code you publish, tomorrow you work something on top of the same code and you can release the version 2, version 3. So they are also providing the version management as well. And you can also put in a separate category. Let's say what category you want to put in. Let's say like it's an oscillator, and how you want to bring it visibility. Do you want to put it in an open way? If you're going to put it in an open way, right, the source code, everything, everybody can see your source code. Everybody can favorite the script. So that's what they're showing over here. The source code of the script will be open, means anybody can copy your code, anybody can save your code also. But they are also providing two more modes also, protected mode. In a protected mode, still other people can use your code, but nobody can see your code. Other people can use your indicator or they can use your strategy, but you cannot see your code. And there is also invite only option is there. Let's say probably you are having a lot of big followership and you are having a big fan followership and you are good in coding and you are creating a lot of codes, and maybe you want to invite only your friends or only your customers. So you can offer them invite only. So invite only in the sense they have to provide the request. You can accept that request. Only those people can access your codes. And for that, you have to be in a Pro Plus plan. I guess again, it's asking for an upgrade. Right now, I can provide in a protected manner. If I want to provide an invite only, obviously, you have to go into the higher level plans again. That's a I would say that that's a crazy way to do the business here, and that's how the business is happening in TradingView. And you click on publish public script, automatically it will be available. So a lot of public scripts you can search from here. If you go to the TradingView platform, you can go and see the most popular scripts. There's a script section is there where you can find a lot of scripts among here. Let me click on the scripts. So these are some of the top author scripts. These are the guys who are continuously keep on publishing something, some indicators here and there, keep on publishing the scripts. So you see that this guy had published almost 136 scripts, and probably this guy would have again some 155 scripts. So it's also social media as well. You can go and follow them. You can ask questions. Like there is a kind of an chatting platform is also there, like private chats. You can go and check it out. And there is also idea stream there where people continuously keep on sharing their ideas. Left, right, they'll be sharing their ideas. So I guess that's not just TradingView. It is more than that. Anyways, our motive is to get into Pinescript. So let's get into the Pinescript over here. So you can also search script from here. Let's say you want a script on Ichimoku. You are looking for an Ichimoku strategy. So just search for Ichimoku, and you'll be able to find a lot of Pinescript search with comments, what the code is doing, everything, the explanation from the author, whoever coded, right? He would have given some comment on that. Everything you can see from over here. So this is what the outer sketch of Pinescript is all about. But now let's go a little bit and let's go and talk from a programming perspective. So you know that Pinescript editor you can get from here. So Pinescript, let me go to the Pinescript here. First of all, let me pull up something like Nifty Futures back again. So under this Pinescript, you can also click on open and you can open a different Pinescript from here. Or the recently opened Pinescript. So the recently opened Pinescript, or you can also you can go to only your script, and from here you can only pull up, let's say, one of the indicator here. Let's say equity drawdown, something like that. You want to go and check out. You want to check out what this code is doing, and you want to know. You want to modify your own code. You can do that, or you can save it. Every time you are saving, right, it will try to compile. Let me tell you what is compiling means. Compiling means converting these code into, so this code, right, this code straight away will not be understood by machines. In order to understand by machines, we need to do a process called compiling, so that this code will be converted into some form of a JavaScript. That I mean, to my knowledge, this code is converting into some form of a JavaScript in the backend, and that is the real execution happens over there. That is what it is shown as a lines. This code is not directly converting into lines here because you coded here. Machine cannot understand this text language. We cannot instruct machines use like this. Machine cannot directly understand this. So what the compiler does is that it will convert this code into probably an kind of a JavaScript code, which will be used further for plotting or for backtesting. It will be used further. In case of this TradingView setup, they will convert this entire code into some sort of a proprietary JavaScript code. Last time I understand it was some sort of a proprietary JavaScript code they're converting, and that will be readable by the machines. So that will be used for computing the indicators, and that computation will be happening in our machine itself. It doesn't go to any TradingView server. All these computation will be happening in our machine itself. All these EMA computation, all these VWAP computation, any indicator you are using over here, all these computations will happen in your local terminal itself, in your local browser itself. All those computation will happen. All right, that is the reason. That means we are not putting more load on the TradingView servers. Now, from this Pinescript, you can also go and get some of the help reference over here. There are a lot of reference you need to know about it. The Pinescript documentation and Pinescript reference. Later we'll come to this section because this is the most important section, especially if you are a beginner level programmer. You should be very much or very well aware about this documentation. You should know how to handle this documentation. That is where tomorrow, if you're having any doubts, you can always use this documents or Pinescript reference to refer, and you can rectify your mistakes. Initially, you will be facing a lot of mistakes, and that mistakes you can rectify it by going through the documents and references. They're also having a Pinescript keyboard shortcuts as well. This is very useful if you're going to be a regular coder in Pinescript. So let me click on that. There you'll be able to see a lot of keyboard shortcuts over here. So let's say one of the keyboard shortcut, right? I'm not a good in keyboard shortcut, but yesterday I learned something here. So you press Control and put a slash. Automatically you can comment here. You type one more time, you can uncomment over here. These kind of things, right? It will be a manual effort to add multiple slash over there. So those kind of commenting can be done easily using the keyboard shortcuts. Like that, they are having a lot of shortcuts for Pinescript editor. So to open a new script, like you can just simply press Control I. Let's say I'll try this Control plus I. I'm gonna press my Control button and I button along with that. So automatically it opens a new script. And so likewise, you can save the script, open script, add script to the charts. So if you are very frequent, maybe you have to start using these keyboard shortcuts. All right, like one of the keyboard shortcut which I told you is like this Control slash. Automatically it comments everything and uncommenting. So those kind of things you can use it over here. So a lot of Pinescript keyboard shortcuts are there. Again, this is a commendable effort from them. And of course, you can also raise any Pinescript. If you're having any issues, if you're not able to find any help, you can raise support tickets. Probably they have a priority for paid customers. And yes, they also have they also respond to the free customers as well, but it will be in a delayed fashion, I guess. All right, so now let's get into some of the basics of this Pinescript. Now here is one of the simple Pinescript code. So what you are seeing is that the first thing what you'll be seeing here is that // version equal to 4, and followed by that there is a study of MACD. They are putting in fast equal to 12 and slow equal to 26. This fast and slow, right? They are storing fast equal to 12 means the 12 value will be stored under a variable. We call that as a variable. The variable holds the number 12. Likewise, the slow is a variable which holds a number 26 over here. And there is also something called inbuilt function. So in this example here, right, we are seeing a couple of things over here. You see this at the rate of version equal to 4. This is not earlier. Now they had added it because every time they are moving to a different version. Every now and then, TradingViews keep on adding new functions, new features, new Pinescript codes. Earlier they are in Pinescript version 2 and then they move to version 3. Now they move to version 4. So which version of your code you are using, you have to specify that. It is a mandatory thing. If you're not specifying, automatically it fall back to version 1. So this is what we call as a compiler directive. Compiler directive. Now what does that means is that here you are saying, hey, I'm going to use the version 4. I'm aware about the version 4. I'm going to use the latest version of Pinescript. In fact, Pinescript itself, they provide manual for version 3 separately and version 4 separately. Later on, I'll show you. This compiler directive is what it tells you, whether you are using version 3 code or version 4 code. Because some of the old functions in version 3, they're removed in version 4. So if you try to use that code, it will not work around. It will not work out. So you should aware about whether that particular function is supported in version 4. Are you coding the same function in version 4 correctly or not? You should aware about that. So that you have to refer the manual and then you have to ensure that yes, you are doing it correctly. That is the reason manual has been provided. Reference has been provided to you to cross verify that you are doing it right. So that over a period of time, you understand that this is how you have to code in version 4. Tomorrow they will come up with version 5. Because they are continuously, constantly keep on innovating and they are coming up with new functions to solve the issues faced by the traders. They're continuously collecting inputs from the traders and programmers, and they are keep on coming up with newer functions. Maybe you can also raise a ticket, or probably they also have an idea generation tool where you can submit your ideas. If you find one of the facilities is not available, you can go and tell them like, hey, in Pinescript, this particular feature is not there. You can give such kind of inputs. So this version is mandatory, right? If you're not doing this, probably you will fall back to version 1, means you'll be using the very basic version. You'll not be using the advanced modules. Then there is a feature called study. It explains that you're going to create an indicator. Study means indicators. If you want to create strategies, you have to make it a strategy and you have to give a name. And then the fast and slow, the fast and the slow over here, these are nothing but what? Variables. In this variable, we can store numbers, or we can store something called bool. We call it as a bool. Bool means it is either true or false. Or we can also store strings. Strings means you can give a name, like let's say market calls or labels. All these are strings which will be using a double quotes kind of a commenting. Anything within double quotes we call it as a strings, right? So we call it as a strings. So you see here, this is a string here. It is commented with a double quotes on both the sides. Inside that, there is a text content is there, and that is probably nothing but a string. The string is primarily used mostly for labeling. Later on, I'll tell you what this labeling is all about. Just for our reference, labeling is mostly for our reference, what this code is doing or what this code is all about, what this particular code is trying to do. So there are various places you have to give the labeling so that by looking into the code itself, one can understand, oh, this is what we are trying to compute the MACD. So that kind of information we can gather from this particular code. Now, followed by that, they are also having a fast MA and slow MA. This is also a variable. But remember, this variable is something different variable here. So what is so different about here is that this variable is used to store numbers. So fast, what we are storing here, inside the fast or slow, this is a variable. This is also a variable, but we are storing numbers here. So numbers is what getting stored over here, numbers. Whereas the slow MA and fast MA, we are not storing numbers. We are storing entire EMA data. We are computing the EMA for the fast EMA. We are computing the fast EMA on a closing basis. That means what we will be getting is not one number we will not get. We will get a complete historical data we will be computing. So this will compute for each and every bar, and all the numbers will be stored under one single variable called fast MA. And then slow MA also. So slow MA, fast MA, they are not storing numbers, but they are storing historical data sets. So fast MA, I mean, pardon my handwriting, that's as bad enough. So slow MA, both are not storing numbers, but they are storing what? Historical data set, historical data for the computed one, for what? For the EMA. In our case, it is they are storing the EMA for not only for one bar, but for the entire bars presented in that particular time frame. Let's say you are in a hourly chart. For the hourly chart, the calculation will be done. If you move to daily, automatically the calculation will be recalculated, and automatically the calculation will be done for the daily time frame. So whichever the time frame you are in, for that particular data, the EMA will be calculated. The entire historical data set will be stored under this two variable, under fast MA and slow MA. In historical data, right? This historical data in TradingView, they have a name for that. In Pinescript, they call it as a series. So remember this, later we will be talking about this. So you have to be using series. So you should aware about that. Are you looking into the numbers? Are you dealing with numbers? Or are you dealing with series? You should aware about that. So here when I say fast MA minus slow MA, fast MA is a series. This is a series. Slow MA is also a series. And so when fast MA minus slow MA, I'm trying to minus those things. I'm working on two different data sets. Let's say this is fast MA and this is slow MA. When I say F minus S, I'm getting kind of an oscillator kind of thing, or probably a MACD kind of thing. That is what. So this MACD is also a series over here. The MACD is also a series over here. On top of this MACD, I am taking a 9-day moving average, 9-period moving average. So this is also a series. The signal is also a series. All right. So let's say this. Let me try to implement this. Let me show you what is happening over here. I'll show you how we should code this. All right. So first of all, I'll go to the Pinescript editor. Let's say I'll press Control I. Automatically, I'm getting a new script. It's a new untitled script. It's not saved. If in case you want to save, you click on that. Automatically give a name. Let's say my first indicator. I'll say like probably Day1 Pinescript programming. I want to share the script also by end of the day. Probably I'll collect everything and then I'll store it in one single zip file, and I'll be uploading it to the course portal as well. So maybe I'll put it in a different way. Probably we have a, let's say, Day1 practical approach to Pinescript programming, PAPP. Yeah, so we also need to mention the November 2020, right? So my first programming, my first indicator, I'm going to create my own indicator. A very simple MACD is what I'm going to create. It's already there. There are a lot of built-in functions are there. But I'm going to create my own indicator right from the raw moving average. So let me save it. You see here, automatically this hash version 4 is coming in. That means you have to use version 4 only. You can also use other versions also. You can also use version 3 also, because many people already would have coded in version 3. Many people even would have coded version 2 also. They support all the versions. It is not like that they will support only version 4. Tomorrow, if you want to code in version 3, where some of the features are still available, you can still make use of those. You can just type it 3 over here, version equal to 3, and you can start using the version 3 features. So let's say I'll go give a name here. First of all, you can see here there is a blue color line. This is in blue color line. I mean blue color letter. Wherever you are seeing a blue color letter, they are nothing but a inbuilt function, which is a function which is provided by TradingView itself for certain purpose. Each and every purpose, each and every function does a certain purpose. Like in Excel, we had seen that, right? In Excel, we had seen sum is a function here. So this is a function here. This is one function which does a specific addition, or probably if you want something like multiplication or something like that. I mean, not multiplication. Let's say there are various modes. Maybe let's say like um, tan value if you want to use it, or something like you want to get the absolute value of minus 10. So they are providing couple of inbuilt functions here. So these, wherever you're seeing a blue color, they are nothing but the inbuilt functions over here. And if you want to know more about like how I should use this function, there are different methods you can use it. Let me tell you, first thing is you have to click on this. You place your cursor over here. Automatically, there is a built-in annotation. So how you should pass this value? What are the information you have to pass inside this function? So always we will be giving something called annotations. Inside this, what are the information I have to pass to this function? You see that study, it contains a title. There's a title section is there. There is also a short title section is there. Look at the syntax here. There's a syntax. If I hover, I have to keep my cursor on top of the study function. And automatically it tells me what are the information I have to pass. Maybe you need some examples. Maybe you are very new to Pinescript and you need some of the examples here. What you do in that case, you click on the control key and click on top of the study. Automatically that will open the reference manual. Automatically it will open the Pinescript reference manual. So in this Pinescript manual, you could see that there are two versions are there. One is version 3. Version 3 contains separate list of functions, and version 4 contains recent list of functions over here. All right, so right now I'm in version 4. So version 4, they contains language operators, built-in variables. A lot of built-in variables are there, and then a lot of built-in functions are there. Tomorrow we will be checking one by one what is a built-in function, what is a built-in variable, what are language operator. Tomorrow we will be discussing in depth about that. But assume that, understand here, we are using the version 4. So always you should be very careful what version you are using over here. Because the version 3 functions, one of the function, you can see that the version 3, I'm going to version 3 now. One of the old inbuilt variable called source. Let me click on this source. So it is source is an input function, is an input type of input function, which is not there, probably which is removed in version 4. If I go and search in version 4, let me move to version 4 here. And if I try to search that particular variable, it will not be available. Or maybe they would have been given a different name to that. So altogether, the old code is not compatible with the new code because they had removed that particular feature. They would have removed that particular feature. So you should always aware about what is the function, whether the function which is there in V3, will it support or not. Maybe something like EMA, right? EMA kind of function. EMA is an inbuilt function. So if you click on EMA, automatically it will tell how you should send the data. This is in V4. In V3 also, the same EMA could have been there. If I type EMA here, you should be still able to get in V3 also, it is the same function is available. In V4 also, same function is available. But let's say how I can understand if any new functions are coming in, how do I know that? Now that is where they are providing something called release notes. Almost every software maker, right? They will be providing release notes. What new feature they are providing in every new version. So you click and then probably you can go to the Pinescript reference. I guess it's the Pinescript reference, I guess. Or maybe Pinescript release note. You just simply type TradingView Pinescript release notes. So here you'll be able to see that this is for version 4 release notes. Version 4 started from June 2019 onwards. Every now and then they've been continuously keep on adding new functions. You see that they keep on doing modification to the version 4. So if you are a frequent Pinescript programmer, definitely you should know about the Pinescript release notes, because sometimes they might be introducing a new thing here. Recently, they introduced something called labels. There's a colored label over here. You see that you can put a buy label or sell label. Something like, let me show you here. Let me pull up Supertrend code here. Indicators. I'll go to favorites. From here, I'll put Algo Mojo orders. So here you'll be able to bring, you can see that these are labels, the buy and sell. So these are not arrows, but as such, they are labels over here. And this got released very recently. When it got released, only in September 2020, hardly a couple of days back only, this kind of functions got released. Or maybe they would have released some more additional input colors. They would have been added some color over here. Probably maybe that label would have been already there. On top of that, what they had added is that you can change the label color. Maybe previously the control would have been not there. Now they would have automatically added that control as well. Now, if you see in this Pinescript here, let me go back to the Pinescript indicator here. In this case, if I go to the settings, you'll be able to find a text box over here. There's a drop-down box over here, and you can put values over here. You can increase the value, you can decrease the value, you can uncheck, you can check it out, or you can go to properties, you can set the currency values, you can go to style, you can change the colors. Now all these are what we call as a controls. All these controls are also created using Pinescripts, which we will be tomorrow, we'll be discussing about how to create such kind of controls. Tomorrow or after tomorrow session, we're going to discuss about this inputs. We call this as inputs and styles. We will be discussing tomorrow how to create such kind of controls. Because tomorrow, if you're creating indicator, it is not just indicator alone. When you're creating an indicator, you also give a control to the user. What you want to control. For example, something like in a TV, right? They're not just simply giving the TV. They're also giving controls to you. You can adjust the volume. You can adjust the brightness, contrast. Likewise, here also you can change the colors. If you want, you can change the colors. If you want, you can change the EMA values. Or if you want, you can change the Bollinger Band width, or you can change the standard deviation levels. So those kind of controls you can give here. Even in this case, you can see here there are a couple of controls here, which will tell whether you want to enable or disable. See that I don't want a highlighter. I'm switching it off. If I want, I'm switching it in so that the control is coming over here. Again, all these are in red color whenever it is in cell mode. So if I don't want that bar coloring, I just switch on to the actual colors. That control also we can provide it. All these are, we call it as input controls. So why I'm explaining here is you should aware about that. When you want similar controls, you have to code those controls, and that is still easier. That is anybody can go and code such kind of controls. Not a big deal. As such, in AmiBroker or TradingView kind of platform, it's very easy to code. Just a one line of code it is to create such kind of controls. Now, what we learned here, we learned about the Pinescript compiler directive. We learned that the hash version equal to 4 is a compiler directive. It's a comment specific, which will be, it's mandatory here. If the at version, you see that the at version equals 4. If that is missing, then version 1 will be used. So it is strongly recommended to always use the latest version available. Tomorrow, if they are moving to version 5 and you are trying to build, you try to build on version 5 itself. Maybe you are already familiar with version 4. If you are using version 4, then you make it as version 4. Tomorrow, if they are moving to version 5 and new features are coming in and you're supposed to use the new feature in that case, probably you have to learn from the manual. You have to learn on your own and then you have to implement it. All right. And currently there are 4 versions of Pinescript language is what currently available. So the N represents the version 1. You can specify 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. 4 is the recent version. All right. So first we will try to implement a simple code here. Maybe a simple EMA crossover. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a simple EMA crossover. I'm going to say like EMA crossover. So 2 EMA crossover is what I'm going to apply here. 2 EMA crossover. First of all, I need a long EMA. I'll say like long EMA. I'm going to put a value over here. Let's say long EMA value is 20 and short EMA equal to 50. This is what we call it as a syntax. Each and every line we call it as what? It is a syntax. It's a set of instruction. Each and every syntax is nothing but a set of instruction. We are giving it to the TradingView, what the TradingView should do for you. So here I am saying that you store this 20 under this variable, under the long EMA variable, you store this 20. Likewise, the short EMA variable, I mean, you hold this 50 value. Now, let's say I'm going to have an LEMA equals, I'm going to bring the EMA crossover. I need to build a crossover. So I'll say like EMA of, notice here very carefully, the moment I open the function, any function, it will be always starting with the braces. The smooth braces is what I'm using here, a simple parenthesis. The moment I open the braces, automatically it comes with the open brace and closing brace. So inside that, I need to bring the values. I don't know what value I have to use. So instead, what you can use, you can go and place your cursor on top of the EMA, and it will tell you what are the information you have to pass. You have to pass the source value and you have to pass the length value. So I click on this. I use a control plus click. Control and click, automatically it opens the manual. It also gives me some of the examples also, so that I can learn from this example and I can know, okay, I have to pass there is a EMA. Inside the EMA, there is a source. The source is nothing but the closing value. Length is just nothing but a number. It is a 15 is the number I have to pass. They also have a small description about what this function does. So here they also tell you what information we have to pass. That is what we call as an argument. Every function, we have to pass a couple of arguments. Sometimes we don't pass arguments. In many cases, we need to pass arguments. Arguments are like the source we are passing inside this, and length also we are passing inside over here. And it takes an input and it returns an output over here. That is what it will be returning, a calculation of the EMA value. So let's take this function here. All right. So let's take this simple EMA function here. I'm going to pull up, probably I'm going to go to just give me a second. I'm going to pull up a whiteboard here for the people who are very, very new to programming. All right. I'm going to tell them in a very simple term. Think about the same EMA value. So in EMA, what are the values we are passing? We are passing a couple of values over here. EMA is a function. EMA is what? This is a function. Inside this, we are passing close, comma, 15. Maybe we can call this as an inputs. Let's call this close and 15. The close and 15, they're nothing but, in simple terms, we can call it as a inputs. But this is a two thing we are passing here. The close, right? This close is not a number. It is a series. First of all, it is not a. It is a series. I'm not passing the current closing value. I'm passing the entire historical closing value. And this 15 is just a number here. This is just a number. This close and 15 are two different inputs I'm providing over here. This is what we call it as the arguments. Arguments. I'm passing the arguments. What I'll say here in programmatic notation, we'll be saying like I'm passing the arguments as an input. So this is a box, let's say. This is the EMA function. This is my EMA function. Inside this EMA function, I'm passing 15 as well as close as an input. As an input, I'm passing over here. So I'll be getting an output, right? This output is what we call as a returning value. Returning value. So in simple terms, we call it as an output of the function. So for computing EMA, I need closing value and I need the length of the period. I need to pass it inside this function. So computation happens. It will calculate. The output of the calculation is what we call as a returning value. Or they simply say like returns. So this is not stock market returns. This is like the output of the EMA function is what call it as a returns. Why I am saying here is that, so by reading the document itself, you can clearly understand what the document is trying to say to you. So what is calculated, what it will return. Return whether it is a series or it is a number. In case of EMA, right, the return is also a series. Series means it is nothing but a historical data. Historical data. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have any questions right now, whatever we had learned so far, you can ask your questions right away. You can raise your hands and you can straight away you can go and take questions here. Anybody having any questions at this point of time? So we'll take questions and then we'll move forward and then we'll discuss about a couple of things. Now, why I am saying all these very basic things is that because tomorrow you can go and you can explore on your own and you can create your own code. And anyways, I'm going to tell you how to code it. But these are the basic things. Tomorrow, if you're learning any programming language, there will be a reference manual. There will be always a help manual will be there. Of course, everything is a function or everything is in some sort of an object or variable. You need to aware about what is a built-in function, what is a built-in variable. It is not just in TradingView. Right? So tomorrow, if you're going to move to AmiBroker or Ninja Trader, the process is more or less similar. So you can learn any programming language on your own. Maybe your learning speed will be a bit slow or something like that, but you can learn on your own without anybody's help, and with confidence you can go and you can learn and implement your own ideas and you can implement your own thoughts. All right. Anyways. So that is what we are getting over here. There is an argument over here. What is this argument? The source is a series and length is an integer. So that the source and length is what we are getting here. The output is a series. So see this is an input and this is the output. This is what it returns. The returning is also a series. The returning. So what it returns the EMA moving average, and that is also a series. That is what you need to understand here. They're also giving a remarks. They're saying that if you are using this variable, it can cause indicator repainting. So later on, we'll discuss about this indicator repainting because it's a major challenge when it comes to automated trading. So we need to aware about that. I'll explain you what is that indicator repainting. Because if you are designing indicators, you should design an indicator which is not repainting. Especially if you're trading manually, it doesn't matter whether it is repainting or not repainting. But if you're designing for automation, you should make sure that you are designing indicators which is not a non-repainting indicator. All right, so let me take a couple of questions here before moving further. Anybody having questions on Pinescript? You can raise your hands. I can unmute you and you can speak back. Yes, there is a question from Deepesh. Yes, Deepesh, please go ahead. Deepesh, you can unmute yourself. I already unmuted you. Yeah. I'm not getting your voice. There is also one question from SPM Shivakumar. Yes, Shivakumar, please go and ask your question.
I saw somewhere pyramiding while you were explaining about the functional aspects of TradingView.
It is there in YouTube. Some basic version is there in YouTube.
Pyramiding, huh?
Come again?
Pyramid. I saw
pyramiding. Yeah. Pyramiding, that is, I explained for AmiBroker.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I explained in AmiBroker AFL programming language, not in TradingView.
Okay.
Let's check whether we can do it in TradingView or not. We'll look into the when we move to the advanced modules, we'll look into that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right. So Deepesh, you are having any question Let me also take a couple of questions from the Q&A. So Satish is asking, do you suggest if it is better to subscribe for any particular plan? Specifically now we are learning to code in the TradingView. See, for learning TradingView, right? Obviously you don't need to subscribe to any plans. But however, if you want to practice automation or something like that, definitely you have to move to the pro plan. Or if in case you have a need, only in case of a need, you have to go through the paid plan. Until otherwise it is not required. Also you can all the features of Pinescript you can make use in the basic version itself. Only for the webhook alert feature you have to go for a pro plan, or if in case if you want to apply on custom time frame, yes, you have to go for advanced higher plans. Unless otherwise initially as a beginner level, as a learning perspective, not required to move to any paid plans. All right, but yes, higher plans, they have a lot of comfortness, a lot of luxury is provided, and a lot of facilities are provided in the higher plans. So Upstocks is offering, I believe. Yeah, so I think Bharat, you are talking about. Bharat is asking about real-time data, right? So Upstocks also offers TradingView chart. Not only Upstocks, various brokers, Upstocks, Tragini, Zerodha, and Fires. So all these brokers are offering TradingView charts. I think recently Sharekhan also integrated TradingView charts. I guess this is what the latest I heard from their team. So what they are integrating is that they are integrating the slightly a different version of TradingView. They don't contain that doesn't contain Pinescript, where they can only show the data, and some standard indicators is what they can show, where you cannot put your own indicators. If you want to put an indicator, you have to request them, you have to share the Pinescript probably to the Upstocks developer or something. They will again convert that script into some JavaScript, the compiled code, and that they will be adding it to their portal, which you don't have any control over there, which is totally controlled by the Upstocks developer or Zerodha developer or Tragini developer. Or that control goes totally different. That particular charts, you can only watch Indian markets in real time, but you cannot make use of the Pinescript. Even many websites are also providing money control, investing.com, and even a couple of US exchanges also providing these kind of charts. They are providing only charting feature. All right, but they don't provide Pinescript, they don't provide a strategy tester, they don't provide screeners, alerts, lot many things they don't provide. So what TradingView itself having is the high-end version. Probably they are whatever is deployed in the brokers are like the low-end variants. They have a TradingView itself, they have various variants. One of the basic variants, like, so let me tell you what are the variants they have. So let's say you are a broker and you want to deploy. Let's say I'm a broker and I'm having my own data. I receive data, right? I receive data from the exchange. So, and I want to give to my clients the TradingView platform. So they are having the charting package. They are providing two packages here. One is the charting package, another one is a trading terminal. So one is the charts itself, another one is the trading terminal itself. So if you want to show TradingView charts, then it's totally free, no cost to the brokers, and they can freely deploy to their clients. For clients also it is free. Whereas if you want to have a trading terminal, right? So last time I checked, they said like 1,000 USD per month is what they are charging for the trading terminal. And for that, they can give it to their clients at free of cost, free to clients. Whereas this TradingView trading terminal is what not the brokers, I believe, I'm not very sure about that, but what brokers are providing is, most of the brokers are providing the TradingView free charts. And I guess 1 or 2 brokers is what they are offering this as a trading terminal, because most of the brokers like Upstocks and Zerodha, they have their own trading terminal. So they're not offering the TradingView version. I'm not sure about that because I don't look into that too much. If I want to use TradingView, I'll come directly to the TradingView platform. Many brokers, even small brokers also, nowadays they started building this TradingView charts. Then these TradingView charts, right, they're also offering to websites also. So if you are a website and if you are having your own data, you're getting it from the exchange, you're paying it to the exchange and you're getting the data, you can also show your website data also. That is what TradingView offers. TradingView not only offering solution to the clients, they're also doing business to business as well. It's not only business to clients. All right. Now coming back to the next question. Fires providing TradingView chart. Of course, yes, Fires is the one. I think he's the only broker. They are providing TradingView as a trading terminal. So Deepesh is asking, automating calculation is done on selection of time frame from chart time frame. Yes, whenever you are changing the time frame, automatically the calculation, new indicators will be, the values will be calculated automatically. All those calculation will happen at our browser itself. No calculation will go to TradingView server, and that is the beauty of Pinescript. So you suggest we use V3 or V4? This is a question from Prasanna Manvi. I would suggest you always go with the latest version. All right. So if in case if your new versions are coming in, obviously you can go and check the release notes. Go to the release notes. Let's say if you want to refer the V3 manual, you can click on V3, change this to V3 here. Probably here you can go and get this is a V3 version. This is a V2 version also. This is the Pinescript version 2. Initial Pinescript version is very naive version, and on top of that they had a couple of more changes, and they brought this backtesting. They keep on fixing the issues. If there is any issue, they'll keep on issuing bug fixes. So all those bug fixes has been issued, and that is where they are able to solve all those issues. Sometimes there will be bug fixes. If there is some of the code is not working properly, they will issue a bug fix, or sometimes they will be introducing newer functions as well. So Pinescript version 3 is here. It started from, I think, from 2017 to October 2019. So last 1 year we are in version 4. So I guess I don't know how far and version will go on, but currently the version is going on for almost more than a year. It is going on. June 2019, they would have started developing. It would have released to the public by October, and so far more than 1 year we are in Pinescript version 4. So every now and then they are keep on doing something. So what they had done in June 2019 and what they had done in July 2019, maybe they might be doing some small minor changes they would have been doing over here. So all those changes, some of the changes might be a useful changes. Some of them could be a bug fix. So new functions for common indicators. Earlier, Chande momentum oscillator is not directly available. You have to build a Pinescript for that. Now they had provided a standard inbuilt function itself they have provided. Likewise, money flow index, if you want to do, you have to do the entire complete mathematical calculation. You have to do it. Now what they are doing, they are simply providing a simple function so that you can build your MFI index directly. Likewise, Bollinger Bands, you have to build earlier. Now they have a standard function here. So likewise, Supertrend, now they have an inbuilt function. I'm not aware about that. Now I know that there is a function for Supertrend. Let me try it out. Let's say Supertrend, I'll try to plot it. Okay. So let's say I'll instead of this, first we'll build this EMA crossover and then we'll go and build that Supertrend. Okay. So I'm pretty much impressive. I'm pretty much excited to check how the Supertrend is going to plot. So let's say the short-term EMA and long-term EMA. Okay, the short-term EMA, I'm going to make it as 50, and the short EMA, I'm going to make it as 20. So long EMA, I'm going to calculate. So I know that I have to pass the source, which is nothing but the close of the candle, and 15 is what I have to pass. You see here, most of the programming will be using a semicolon to complete the syntax. However, in TradingView, they kept it very simple. There is no semicolon over here. So if in case if you want to give any comment, let's say here is what you want to calculate EMA values. So if in case if you want to add any label to you what you're doing, right? So sometimes you have to give commenting. These are plain vanilla text comment. You can comment it with a double slash. Remember, this double slash is different. It talks about the version. This is highly mandatory thing. Here it comes with a copyright of market calls underscore IN. It automatically comes with your username. And then it also comes with the part of the housing rules they are doing here. The source code is subject to terms of the Mozilla public license. All these are commenting. So these two are commenting. This is compiler directive. Again, this is a commenting here. So I'm computing the long EMA and short EMA. Let's say EMA of close comma. Let's say, oops, instead of 15, I have to say L long EMA. Instead of short EMA, instead of directly, I can put a directly 20 also. But instead of 20, I'm going to make it as short EMA over here. Why I tell you tomorrow? Because I'm going to change this into controls. As of now, I'm not building any controls. I'm just calculating the EMA and I'm going to plot the EMA. So I'm going to plot what? I'm going to plot, let's say I'm going to plot the LEMA. So first of all, we need to know how to put the plot. If I put the plot right, automatically it will be choosing the color. However, I want to choose my own color for long EMA. I want to choose my own color for short EMA. So I have to go to the plot. You see that there is a series. I entered the series. LEMA is nothing but a series, right? LEMA is a series because EMA output is a series. That series I'm storing inside the variable LEMA, and even this also a series I'm storing under SEMA. So plot, if I go to the plot function, series I inputted here. Next is a title. So I have to give a title and then I have to give a color. Let's say I give a title here. Let's say long EMA. Title is all about the texting, and color is like color dot red. You see that the color dot red is what used to plot the red color. I'm going to copy this. I'll tell you how I had done that. How do I know that? There are a lot of multiple variables I am supposed to pass: series, title, color, line width, style, tracker price. Many things I have to pass, but not everything is a mandatory thing. Which if you go and study the document, you can aware about that, which is mandatory thing. The minimum mandatory thing is, notice this plot. I'm setting only close variable that is plotted as a candlestick format. Whereas here, I'm sending the long EMA and short EMA. Short EMA. Instead, let's say instead of color red, I'm going to make it as color blue. Color blue over here. So I'll save the code first of all. I'll edit the name, my first indicator, save it, save. The moment you try to save, automatically it will compile. If you missed any of the thing, let's say you missed this quotation and you try to save it, it will automatically, first it will try to compile and it says like line number 5, there are some mismatches there. So automatically you can go and fix, you have to figure out what was the issue you had made and you have to fix that issue. Issue is that I had missed an parenthesis, closing parenthesis, I missed it. So now if I click on save, automatically it will say like the script has been saved. So if in case if you want more space, you can expand it automatically, and even the space also can expand it. This space is what our coding space is, and this space will tell us the compilation process. Is there any error in the code or not? If there are no errors, right, automatically it will not throw anything. For example, let's say this is a log. I'll clear this log, clear this console. They call it as a console. Console means what? It's kind of an information. It provides an information about what you're trying to do. I'll clear this console. Now I'll again try to save it. You see that the script is modified, nothing to save. That means everything is perfect. There are no errors in this code. If there are any errors you're committing, automatically, let's say some other place I'll try to put over here. Let's say I'll remove this function here. You see that automatically it is no more blue, means it is not a function. I mean, it is not a recognized function by TradingView. It is not an inbuilt function. So saying that there is line 16, there are some issues there. It's not exactly figuring out what exactly issue is that. Maybe there could be some issue with PLO. So you have to go and check it out. That function is nowhere there inside TradingView. That is what it is saying. So maybe you have to go and correct it, plot, and then you save it automatically. Now there won't be any issues. It says like my first indicator has been saved. In the previous case, your indicator would have been still saved, but you cannot apply it because it is having errors. If it is having error, right, let's say it is having an error. If I try to add to a chart, it will not happen. It will not happen because it says like add to the chart operation is failed because there is some issues there in line number 6. First fix it, and then once you correct with that, now if I try to add to the charts, oops. Now let me try adding to the chart. I'll correct this mistake. I'll save it first of all. Save the code. So that means no error I'm seeing here. Now I add it to the charts. You see that the chart is, how the chart is getting added? I want to add the charts to the upper side, to the upper panel. However, it's creating a new panel. So I want to figure out how to add this information to the upper panel. If I want to add it, right, what I have to do is that I have to go to the Pinescript. I have to study this study function. You see the study function, there are a couple of things they are having. So let me first of all click, and then I'll click on the study function. So here they are having an example here. In this example, you can see I'm putting a title equal to my script study. So title equal to my script study, and short title. Second thing is they are having a short title. Short title is also a string. So you can see that you scroll down, it will be saying that it's a string, constant string. Short title is a constant string. Overlay is there, that's a constant bool. Then format is there, that's a constant string. So they give each and every information, and you see that the title is the one which is mandatory. This argument is required. A lot of arguments are there. Title is an argument, short title is an argument, but not every argument is mandatory. Which is the argument which is mandatory in this case? In this case, only the title argument is mandatory. Rest all of them are optional. Means if you want, you can give it. If you don't want, you can just simply leave it. In our case, we want one more argument here, overlay. This is the one more argument. I'm going to pass here. I'm going to say like overlay equal to true. So I don't need to put everything here. I can only go and say like overlay equal to true. I have to say like this. Now what I'm going to do now, I close here, I come over here, I'll say like comma overlay equals true. And now I'll say like which one is what I need to identify. So title equal to 2 EMA crossover. I have to put like this. Why I'm putting like this? Now I know that this belongs to title and this belongs to overlay. In the earlier case, if you see, I haven't mentioned anything. I'm just filling only the mandatory parameter. I know that this is a mandatory parameter. Straight away, TradingView, I understand that this is a mandatory parameter. That is the title. TradingView easily recognizes that. But now when I'm filling multiple parameters, probably I'll say like this is title equals, and probably you may also have to put a short title. So I'll say like short title. That's a short title, right? You click over here, you'll say like short title. You give a name here. I'll say like EMA crossover. That's a short title. And then overlay equals true. Now here you need to understand, here you need to understand a couple of things here. The thing is that there are a couple of overlay indicators and underlying indicators. Right now what we want is that this one has to go and plot on top of the candlestick. So we want an overlay on top of the candlestick indicator. So in this case, what you're going to do here, now we will try to save the charts, make sure that there are no issues. It is processing, no issues, no error. If anything is coming in red, you can understand that. Or if you are confused with this, you can always clear the console and try to save the charts. You should not see any red color lines. That means code is totally error free. And now you add to the chart here. I mean, basically close this module. Now you can see that on top of your on top of the chart. Two indicators already there. One is Supertrend. Let me close Supertrend also. Your EMA crossover is already added over here. Now, if I go to the controls, you could see that automatically style is automatically added as a control. That is the beauty here. Probably for someone, if you are coding in Ninja or AmiBroker, right? This also you have to sit and code. But in TradingView, they automatically recognize that that is a plot. That plot, you can change the plot. You can change the plot. You can change. You can put something like an histogram or area charts. You can bring different controls over here automatically, or you can put it in circles. I mean the kind of dotted lines. Various controls they are offering here. Or you want a line, you can also plot the line. You can also control the thickness of the line. You can control the thickness. You can control the opacity, whether you want a light line or a thick line or an opaque line. You want to show the line, or you want to how much you want to show, or you want a different colors. So lot many controls they are automatically sensing and they are bringing as a control under the style. So under style, the moment you plot, whatever you are plotting, whatever the color you are giving, that will be automatically added as a control. All right, so you don't need to worry about that too much. Automatically, it will be automatically added as a control. You don't need to control that. Automatically, it adds in TradingView. That way, it solves a lot of coding problems. A lot of coding, unwanted codings will be removed. So a beginner can simply focus on what he want to do. So we got what? We got an 3 plots over here. What are the plots we got? We got an LEMA, SEMA, and of course close. If I don't want to close, right, what I can do is I can simply comment it. Maybe if I want, I can later I can reuse it. As of now, I don't want. The plot is plot of the close. Closing value is plotted as a line, which I don't want it. So I'll save it, and again I'll add it to the charts. If I add it to the charts, automatically you can see that one more is getting added. So I don't need that. So anyways, so now we learned how to plot the simple moving average crossover. We learned how to look into the reference manual. We also learned where to look through the release notes. All right. So let me tell you a couple of types here. Maybe these types we can see in tomorrow's session. I thought of doing it today. These are also some of the basic things you need to know about. A lot of types are there. Some 8 types are there. So we learned about study, right? So we learned about study. Study is for what? Study is for creating indicators. But if in case if you want to create strategies, what do you have to do? You have to create a, let's say we are creating a strategy which is backtestable strategy. In that case, instead of study, you have to create a strategy there. So let me show you. Let me show one of the strategy here, how it is coded. I'll open the, probably I'll try to open the Supertrend charts. Supertrend Algo Mojo orders. So here, if you see, instead of study, I'm using a strategy over here. This is not only a strategy. A strategy can also be an indicator also. But the thing is that it has its own buy and sell rule. It tells when to go long and when to go short, or how much to buy, how much to sell. All those things can be controlled from this strategy. So what is the difference between an indicator and strategy? Indicators in case of indicators, right? Indicators will not have buy sell rules. Maybe it has mostly a visual thing. It's more of a visual thing. You can buy or sell by looking into certain levels, by looking into certain indication, buy indication or sell indications. Whereas strategies are like when to buy. So a couple of things will be coded over here. When to buy, what price to buy, what price to buy, how much to buy, how much to buy, Now, all those instructions we can give into strategies. More than that, a lot of instructions are there in strategies. I'm listing only a couple of few things over here. In fact, TradingView is getting more and more getting matured on the strategy section. And yes, this is what we can use it for automation. So if you want to automate, you want to create strategies. A strategy can also be an indicator also. It also combines with an indicator also. You create an indicator, but on top of the indicator, you can also create your own rules, buy or sell rules. All right. You can also create your own rules on top of that. Now that is a subtle difference between indicators and strategies. Indicator cannot be backtested. This cannot be backtested. Cannot be backtested. So if you want to backtest, you have to write a rule when to buy, when to sell, what price to buy, how much to buy, how many quantity to buy, how you're going to buy it. You're going to double your position or triple your position. You're going to pyramiding. All those information you have to explaining it to in the strategical way. So that is what we call as a kind of. This is mostly done by systematic traders. Those who are traders who are creating strategies and they are following strategies. Those traders we call them as what? Systematic traders. Systematic traders, or we can also call them as algo traders. Algo traders doesn't mean like they have to do an automated trading. Algo trading means you are following an algorithm. Maybe you're still punching orders manually. That is also algo trading only. But automated trading is like you're doing something manually and now you want to automate your strategy, automated trading. Right? This is algo trading, right? It can be done in both the manual way as well as in an automated fashion also. But this automated trading is like what we done in manual, we are automating it. That is what automated trading is all about. Many people have a confusion among what is algorithmic trading. Is algorithmic trading is automated trading? No. Algorithmic trading is like you are following some algorithm and you're punching order. Your punching order can be manual or your punching order can be automated. But automated trading is like, it is still an algo, but you are automating that algo. End to end, it's totally automated without any human intervention. It happens over here. Whereas algo trading with or without human intervention, it can happen. But no matter what, both belongs to the systematic trading way. All right. So we have 10 more minutes for the day. We can take questions. So if you have questions, right, I can take a couple of questions here. One other thing before that I'm going to do here, I'm going to try out that Supertrend because the Supertrend has been released very shortly. Recently they had introduced, I guess, Supertrend, right? That is what we've seen from the release notes. So from the release notes, we had seen Supertrend, right? Where we had seen that, yeah, Supertrend, March 2020, they had launched it. So let's go and explore how to plot a Supertrend. All right. So probably earlier they haven't given, you have to build a lot of codes. Now, probably with one single function, you can able to call that Supertrend. And on top of that, you can create your own strategies, right? So now I'll say Control I, that is mostly for new script. I'll say like my Supertrend. I'll say like title equal to, I'll give a quotation. You just open one quotation, automatically it closes the quotation. So you open one braces, automatically open another braces. That solves some of the coding effort also. Say like my Supertrend. And then I'll give a short title, comma, short title. So if you're a very frequent coder, you know that if you go to control and click study, you know what? The title is the only mandatory thing. Rest other things are not mandatory, right? But still it is, if you want, you can use it. That is what we call as we can overwrite those information. If you want, you can overwrite. Otherwise, some default values will be applied. So short title is nothing but, let's say like Supertrend new function. I'll say something like this and comma, and I'm going to say like overlay. I'm going to overlay on top of the candles. So overlay equals true. All right. In the meantime, I also close this indicator. We're done with that indicator anyways. Now here I'm going to experiment. Instead of close, right, I'm going to experiment Supertrend. I'll say like I'm going to create a variable called super. Inside the super, I'm going to create a variable I'm going to call the Supertrend function. Supertrend function. And of course, I'm not able to get any Supertrend. I guess that is the function, right? Supertrend. New functions for common indicators added. That is what it is said in the release notes. However, I'm not able to see this Supertrend as a function here. Probably let me try CMO or something. Yeah, Supertrend is a function, by the way. I have to, I open the brace, automatically it converts into a function. Otherwise, you have to complete that brace. Then only it will say whether it's a function or not. Inside the Supertrend, we have to pass what? We have to pass the factor and 8-year period. These are the two mandatory parameters here. Let me control and click on Supertrend. So you'll be getting a lot of examples as well. So here is the example here, study. We are getting an, the input is what? The input is the factor and 8-year period. Factor and 8-year period are both are numbers. How do I know it is a number? You just scroll down, look at the arguments. A factor can be a series also. Factor is basically a number, but what they have done is that they are allowing series so that you can create a dynamic super trends. Probably you can create a series. It can be number also, it can be a series also. Whereas ATR is always a number here. It is only a one number over here. So now what I'm doing here is I'm just creating control. This is used for creating a control. Tomorrow we'll look into this in detail. And on top of that, I'm going to create a variable called Supertrend. What is the output is what we need to see. So output, what it is doing. Oops, went somewhere. Supertrend. Output is what it is outputting two things over here. You see that it is not outputting only one. Instead, it is outputting a series float and series float. We need to know what is that. So you have to go scroll down and you go to returns. It is returning tuple. Tuple means it is returning not only one single variable, multiple, probably two data is getting outputted at those. Two values we are passing to Supertrend, and in turn we are also receiving two different series also. So that is what we call as a tuple. Tomorrow also we look into tuple in detailed fashion. So at this point of time, you just simply understand what we are trying to do here. Inside there is a function called Supertrend. Consider that Supertrend as a box, is a function. Supertrend. Inside this, we are passing two variables as an input. One is a multiplier and another one is an ATR. And output, we are getting two different outputs over here. The two different outputs, basically a function like EMA. You take the case of EMA, we will be having only one output. Whereas in Supertrend, we have two outputs, and that is what they called as what? A tuple. Okay, so tuple is what? It contains two series, two outputs we are getting here. One is the Supertrend as a trailing stop loss, we are getting it. Another one, we are getting a stream of +1 or -1. If +1 means we are in buy mode, and if it is in -1 means we are in sell mode. So using this, we can easily construct a trading strategy on top of this. So likewise, they are preparing a ready-made function and they are offering it to us so that your coding work will be solved. For example, take this code. I'm going to straight away, I'm not going to build the code here. I'm going to take the code here. Maybe tomorrow we look in detail about this. I'm going to copy this code. I'll come back here. I'll paste it over here. Okay. I'll paste it over here. Probably I'll remove these things because already I had done this. So what I had done, I created a variable called multiplier. The default value is 4. Generally, I'll be putting something like this. 4 is, this is how I'll be using it. Multiplier equal to 4. This is how I'll be using it. But I can create an input here. And then I'll say like 4 is the value I'm going to collect here. And then length, I'm saying like length equal to 14. And then I'm creating a tuple here. The tuple returns the two numbers are, we are getting two values. We are not getting one value. We are getting two values. And that two values, one is nothing but the Supertrend trailing stop loss that is stored in Supertrend. Another one is the plus and minus one stream. That plus and minus one stream is stored under the DIR. So DIR contains plus and minus one. Plus means it is a series. It is a series of plus and minus one. So the series will be probably looking something like this. It will keep on printing for every bar +1, +1, +1, +1, unless the buy trend, as long as the buy signal is continuing, right? It will keep on printing +1. Probably if the closing price, the close is greater than super trend value, it will be always keep on printing the +1 stream. Or if the close is less than, super trend, it will keep on printing -1. I mean, sorry, -1 here, -1, -1. It will keep on printing that stream. So that's what we call as a +1 or -1 streams. All right. So they are also doing a simple thing here. If it is if the stream is 1 and the previous stream is -1, they say like print in color green. Else, if the stream is -1 and the previous stream is 1, then they are they are using color green. So if the buy signal is continuing, they are using color red, color green basically. And if the sell signal is going on, they are printing it in color red. So now if I save it, let me save the code. It is trying to, I'll save the code here. Now I'll try to add it to the charts. You can see that the code has been added to the charts here. When the buy signal is continuing, we are plotting in color green. How it is done, I'll explain tomorrow because we need to look into more things before to that. We have to look into how to code these inputs, how to bring this if-else statement, how to compare, and what are the comparative operators, how to compare the previous data, how to use the color functions. So many things we have to learn here. So straight away, I'm not going to explain this code, but I'm just telling you what this code is trying to do here. Ideally, I'm using the Supertrend. It is giving me tuples. Tuples means I have to collect in 2 variables. So I'm bringing 2 variables here. So Supertrend and dir, I'm collecting in 2 variables with a square bracket. Right? So within the square bracket, I'm collecting the tuples. Supertrend is the TSL value. I'm plotting the Supertrend TSL value. And I'm also getting the plus and -1 stream. If the plus stream is going on, I'm putting in color red. If -1 stream is going on, I'm putting it in color green. So that is where the buy sell signals, later on you can add your own buy and sell signals also. But at this point of time, this facility they had provided only to solve the basic Supertrend problem, and you can straight away, you can start using the simple coding over here. You can directly write trading strategy on top of the Supertrend. So that's the, probably they would have compressed this code, right? Probably at least it would have been some 100 lines of code. They had compressed into just 13 lines of code. Imagine that. By offering a simple inbuilt function. All right, let me take some more questions here before closing for the day. We already crossed 9. I will be explaining about repainting in the upcoming session, because when we are automating it, right, you need to know whether the coding is repainting or not. So repainting issue, repainting or not repainting, we will discuss in a separate chapter, because if I want to start now, it will take another 15-20 minutes to explain what is what. Okay, Bharat is saying that Upstocks is offering TradingView as an alternative to their charting platform. Of course, yes. They're also offering 2 kinds of trading platform. One is Chart IQ and another one is TradingView. Right? Both Zerodha and Upstocks both are offering both the platforms, Chart IQ and TradingView. So Raman is asking, what are the limitations of TradingView in comparison to AmiBroker? Of course, the limitations are enormous. In case of AmiBroker, right, there are no such restriction. If let me open my AmiBroker here. I've been also working on AmiBroker for more than a decade now. One important thing is that the data management is a headache here. Always, that will be a headache in Python also. That is even more, Python is even more, the data management is even more a headache. But here, AmiBroker has its own proprietary database. So all the data will come and store. It will be storing under your machine. Tomorrow, if you want to shift everything, you have to take a backup. You have to keep on maintaining your own backup, right? So all those codes, all these codes here also, there will be a bunch of codes over here. All these codes over here. Tomorrow, if you want to migrate, you have to take a backup. So tomorrow, let's say you're right now, you're moving to some other your friend's place. Immediately you want to access it. You don't have your laptop. If you haven't brought your laptop, probably you cannot access your own codes unless you have the backup somewhere else in the internet. Always. That problem, TradingView had solved that. But what TradingView cannot do here is that still, see, AmiBroker itself, it has been maturing right from 1995 onwards. Thousands of iterations happened to become an AmiBroker at this point of time. The backtesting is one of the fastest backtesting. Even if you're giving 100 years of data, within next 5 seconds, the entire backtesting report will be there in front of you. Whereas TradingView, since it is depend upon browser level has its own limitations. So maybe the backtesting reports will be a bit slow in TradingView. And let's say I'm applying a trading strategy. This is the most important one. When I am applying a trading strategy, let's say I'm creating a trading strategy. In TradingView also, I'm creating a trading strategy. So this is, let's say this is a trading strategy I'm creating in TradingView. And one more trading strategy, I'm creating same strategy, I'm creating in AmiBroker. I can apply only on one symbol at a time. I guess that is a symbol limitation over here. Whereas here, even I can apply on thousands of symbols also. Thousands of symbols. Same strategy I can apply. I can get one single backtest report. One single backtest report. At this point of time, this is one of the biggest limitation here. If you are running a portfolio level trading strategies, let's say you are running a basket of 50 stocks. Same strategy, if you want to apply on all the 50 stocks, AmiBroker has a scanner. Whereas TradingView, they are in a very beginner level stage. They are building, they are trying to build. They are trying to figure out how to build such things in the internet, because that is not a simple thing. It is pretty easy to build a scanner because it's an exe based tool. It's robust and you can bring it. The same robustness, if you want to bring, so you see here, I'll click of a button, I'll be able to get that. Oops, let's say like this is not a trading strategy. Let's say like I'm just getting an exploration. Very fastly, I'm able to get, very faster, I'm able to get last 10 years of data in one shot. I'll be able to get that. You see that I'll explore, the next second it is there. The same speed, if you want to bring it into the browser level, and that is challenging. Probably, I think TradingView is working on that. Maybe one fine day they might have a breakthrough, or one fine day they might have an innovative feature implemented the same way. In that case, maybe TradingView also competes with AmiBroker. All right, that is again another limitation. Data storage, tick level data. AmiBroker can handle even 4 years of intraday data. I can store over here. But more than that, AmiBroker will start getting slow. But that problem has been solved in TradingView. The data goes, so lengthier data is getting saved in TradingView. That is one good thing, so that you don't face that load. But you can always, there is a limitation. The limitation is that you can go up to only 8 symbols or 16 symbols of charts at any given time. Here, there is no any such limitation. Even I can open hundreds of charts of AmiBroker also, I can open over here. And indicator level also, AFL coding level. In AmiBroker, we use a coding language called AmiBroker formula language. They have one of the most deeper backtesting modules there. A lot of backtesting modules are so deeper, and almost many people worked on top of that. Many institutions, many hedge funds worked on top of that. And they also have a couple of processes called optimization, walk forward testing, Monte Carlo. A lot more validation techniques are available, especially if you're a quant trader, right? You need to have all those validation modules, and that is still missing in TradingView. Here you can build a strategy and you can backtest a trading strategy, whereas AmiBroker does even more, slightly more than that, right? But same strategy you can build in AmiBroker also and in TradingView also. But there are certain strategies which can build only in AmiBroker, because AmiBroker supports a couple of functions like matrix kind of functions. Some of the matrix functions they are supporting. There are a couple of advanced functions like static variables or dynamic variables. So those kind of things you can use to create complex indicators. More and more complex indicators we can create over here, but that is missing still in TradingView. Right? These are the limitations. Definitely limitations are there. A lot of limitations are there in TradingView, because there is a limitation what we can do at a browser level and what we can do at a exe level. But what TradingView is trying to do is that they are trying to disrupt that space, and they are trying to bring everything what AmiBroker can do, they are trying to do at our browser level. They're trying to build it, right? So, and moreover, the browser also, browser capabilities also, it is increasing on a day-to-day basis. The old browser, it is not the same Internet Explorer that we are having right now. Right now, the engines of the browsers also getting more advanced to do more computational things these days, right? All right, so when we will get the recordings of this lecture for study? Probably, I think by tonight, by end of the day, you will get access to the complete recordings. It will be uploaded to the portal on a daily basis. All the videos will be uploaded. Time to time, it will get uploaded. And today you will be getting an email invitation from my team. Once the upload is done, you will get an email invitation, and using that email invitation, you can access the course for the next complete 1 year. So Deepesh is saying, I have account with Fires. Can I send orders as per strategy or Pine codes? Of course, yes, you can do that. Definitely, you can do that. But with the Algo Mojo, currently we are supporting only 3 brokers: Trade Alice Blue, and Zebu. And we are also already spoken with Fires for integration. The integration is going on. And we are also talking to Upstocks. Upstocks, I guess, more or less, we are going live probably by another 2 weeks. Most likely, we will be going live in 2 weeks. That work is going on now. So where do you find the user manual? Of course, that is a question. You can find the user manual from the Pinescript itself. So if you go to the Pinescript, so you go to the open the Pinescript editor. From here, next to the publish script, there is a 3 dot is there. Click on this 3 dot. From here, you can go to the Pinescript documentation and Pinescript reference. See that there are 2 things are here. Pinescript documentation, it talks about how the coding is done, right? How you have to code. What are the features are available? What are the annotation features? Or what are the publishing? If you want to publish a script, how you want to follow the process? All those basic things. Like if you want to publish a script in open mode, what is the open mode? What is the protected mode? What is the invite only mode? All those things are explained at a non-coding level. They explain about the features of the Pinescripts, Pinescript editor, and how to use it, how to publish your script, or how to use annotations. Like you are seeing that study annotation, right? There's a study annotation, there's a title is there, short title is there, overlay is there. How to understand those things. Those kind of information they are provided over here. This is generally for non-coders. And for the coders, they are offering the Pinescript reference. This is where you can find the function reference. All the functions you can see over here. They also given the version 3 as well as version 4 format as well. We also discussed that version 4 is much important, because most of the new features are integrated in version 4, and all the functions you can search over here. Anything you want, you can search it from here. Let's say HMA, or let's say Supertrend. You want to know about Supertrend, you can just simply type Supertrend, click on the Supertrend. You can access the Supertrend function. What is Supertrend? What is the input and what are the outputs? Is it a tuple, or is it returning any values, or it is not returning any values? What it returns, how to collect it examples, what are the arguments, how to pass those arguments with examples. Again, you'll be able to get those informations. That is what the manual is all about. You can also get the manual of Supertrend. You just simply type the Supertrend and then click on your control. Make sure that it is blue. those whichever is blue, only those are those are the inbuilt functions over there. So you click on that, automatically you'll be getting that annotations of Supertrend, how to pass it, use the control plus click, then you can get the complete example. Here also, here also you can get it over here. This is a pop-up mode. You can also get it in a this way also you can get it. I mean, you can also go and check from the Pinescript reference link what are the supportive functions. You can also go and scroll through all the functions over here. Scroll through all the list of functions. So these are the list of functions supported by Pinescript. Initially, it was just hardly very few functions. Now the function has been grown a lot as the version keeps on coming and going. A lot of functions has been added very recently. And they also similarly they support built-in variables also. Tomorrow we look into that. What are the built-in variables and how to use these language operators? What does it means? Right? Tomorrow we will discuss about that. So Dipesh is asking about why 3 MA lines are shown in your output. Anyways, I had rectified that. One of them was a plot of the close. I removed that close. That is the reason it was plotting. Otherwise, if you let me go to that indicator, we'll go to indicators here, my scripts. So day one, right? So we build this first indicator. So it is right now only plotting two indicators only. This line is nothing but the last traded price. Forget that line. And this code, earlier I was using a plot of close. That is the reason it was plotting 3 lines. But right now I say like I don't need this. If you don't need it, you can remove it or you can comment it. You can put a double slash. Later, if you want, you can reuse those lines if you need it. All right. I mean, anyways, that is with Supertrend. If you want to go and edit, you have to go here, go to the source code. Now it automatically opens your code. So there are already some unsaved code is there. You just save the code and open. You see here there are 2 plots. Third plot I had commented it. If I would have had that third plot also, it would have saved the code. Now you would have seen 3 lines coming in over here. So there's 1 line here, which is nothing but the closing value of the candle, EMA1 and EMA2. So I'll uncomment this. I'll comment this one. Let me save the code. We're done with that. Even the Supertrend code, I'll do one thing. The Supertrend code also, I'll add it to this way. I'll copy this format. I'll also save the code so that I can easily remember that. You go to indicators, my script, Supertrend new function, right? Scroll down, I'll go to my script. So my Supertrend. You see here, I'm clicking on my Supertrend. Let me open the code here. The my Supertrend is the indicator name, whereas the short title, Supertrend new function, that is the one which is happening over here. That is the one. The short title is what it is coming over here. That you need to understand over here. All right. So if in case if you want to give a short title, let's say you want to add your website name also. Let's say www.marketcalls.in. So automatically, if somebody is applying, automatically they will be seeing your website there. Okay, that is from marketcalls.in. So they will easily recognize that this code is from marketcalls.in when they are applying it. So I'll also gonna save this under a new name. I'll put this notation instead. I'll say like a Supertrend function, Supertrend inbuilt function. This is a function which is came from. This is available only from March 2020 onwards. Previously, nobody would have been able to access this particular Supertrend function. All right, some more questions. Ganesh is asking, well, we have plotted indicator or EMA crossing, but where it is possible to get filtered list of stock to buy or sell. So list of stock to buy or sell, currently, as I said, they don't have that kind of matured scanners. They are having a screener over here, but all these are ready-made screeners. Ready-made screeners on oscillators, on various information. You can build a screener, but as of now, it is nothing to do with Pinescripts. Right? They have a couple of filters. All these filters are like you can use only the inbuilt functions of TradingView. You can use it to use this module, but this is nothing to do with coding. This is all these are click and place the enter the value and set the value, configure the value, and press OK and start scanning. That's how right now at this level is what currently they are having in. And I would say that this is itself a major breakthrough. But I guess going forward, I believe strongly that they will also come in Pinescript level also, like how we can do scanning in AmiBroker using coding, right? So the same way you can also apply the filtering condition at Pinescript level. As of now, all these conditions are not at Pinescript level, but they have provided a user interface where you can have to fill the values, you have to select the values, you have to say whether above the value or below the value. It is kind of a configuration. You set the configuration and then you apply the filter. Then your filter will be there automatically. According to that, the stocks will be listing over here, which we will, if time permits, we will see how the stock screener works in TradingView and how it is different from AmiBroker. But this is, as of now, it is no way connected to the coding. As of now, it is not connected to the coding, but you can also send alerts from here. That alert is possible. You can also send an automation from here also, which definitely we will look through from here. How to automate this process, I will tell you. When you are having an filter conditions over here and stocks are coming listing over here, immediately you want to send an automated order to your broker. How to do that, I can explain. However, the stock screener is no way connected to the Pinescript. So what is the significance of short title? That's what I said, right? So the significance of the short title is like you can, when somebody is applying the code, they will get to know which code exactly it is. If you don't apply, if you don't put a short title, what will happen? Let's say I'm going to remove the short title. I'll remove the short title. Anyways, it is optional. If I remove this, what will happen? If I remove this, I'll save the code. And now we can see that that same title name itself, it goes to the short title also. But however, if I put the short title here and I'll save the code, now automatically it gets refreshed. You see that it becomes Supertrend new function. So you can give title is for the file name of the Pinescript. Short title is generally used for the when you're applying the indicator or a strategy, what that particular indicator is doing. So you can give a short notes. That's what the short title is all about. Some notes, simple notes about your indicator, or probably about anything you want to label, you can put a label on top of that. And then overlay, we learned what is an overlay is all about. Okay, that's the significance of short title. So Vinay is asking, no option data available in TradingView. If they want, they can bring it, but they are not bringing it at this point of time. One of the primary reason is that 60 in a month, right? At any given month, in NSE futures alone, NSE futures and options alone, 38,000 option symbols will be there. So maybe it'll be a bit clumsy to manage their data at this point of time. Probably they thought like the data management thing will it'll add more headaches to them. Maybe going forward, if more and more traders are looking forward for options, maybe they might provide an option platform here because there is also a greater demand for options as well. But one challenge is that right now TradingView itself not offering any option products on their platform. No option charts, neither for US markets also. But maybe going forward, they might add. I don't know that. Probably that's a call TradingView has to make. But as of now, cash, futures, currencies, commodities, CFDs, Bitcoins is what currently you can get at one single place. So can we optimize the parameter using strategy tester as we do in AmiBroker? That's a very good question. Definitely, we will look into that too. In the upcoming session, when we are talking about strategy tester, I'll explain you what is optimization, whether it is possible in TradingView or not. All those discussion we will take it in the upcoming sessions. All right. So today's recording, will it be available at the end of the session? Of course, probably by end of the day, not at the end of the session, but end of the day, it will be available. Can we create scanners? Like if the stocks are fulfilling, say, EMA crossovers, of course, you can create a scanner using EMA crossover. That is very much possible. You have to go to the filters. Here, using this, you can create a filter, which we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. All right, I'll give you a couple of examples. There is also fundamental filter. There's also technical filters. And there's also something like descriptive filters are there. What are those things? How to use it? I will explain. And you can also apply it on different exchanges also. Let's say you want to apply it on Indian markets or US markets or only European markets. That is also possible. But the problem is that they don't have the concept of watch list. Again, that's another problem they have to solve. Because right now, if they are applying on India, they will be applying on all the Indian symbols. But you have to filter out. If you are looking for a large cap stocks alone, then you have to put an average volume control. You have to put it. This scans the entire NSE India package. Every time you are scanning, it scans all the NSE India symbols or all the NSE future symbols, and then it comes with an output. So the scanner is not. If you want to apply scanner only on 50 symbols, you cannot apply it. If you want to apply only on your favorite symbols, you cannot apply it. But you can apply only on the complete exchange. On top of the exchange only, you can apply it. Or you can select a particular exchange and you can say like under this Indian exchange, you want to select only NSE exchange and you want to apply it. So what are the conditions you're choosing? All those conditions, entire condition will be applied for the entire stocks. Entire stocks will be applied. And you can choose the frequency, you can choose the alerts, even you can download the data into a CSV file also. Later we will discuss about all these things. Right, so how to build such kind of simple controls without coding, that also we'll discuss, and how to automate that stuff also we will do it in a separate session. So Aditya Soni is asking about, do we need TradingView paid software for Pinescript? Of course not. Even with the free version also, you will get the complete access of Pinescript and complete access of strategy tester. So you don't need a paid plan as such. Paid plans are for additional features. In case if you need additional features, and only a charting level it is there. But at this point of time, a charting level or alert level is what they are having most of the features. Pinescript, as of now, there is no restriction. Even if you are having a free plan also, you can access those Pinescript editor, and you can code with the full functionality. You'll be able to code your own coding strategies. There is no restriction on the free version. So what about absolute beginners? Any online material to start coding from the basics? Couple of websites are there. Probably one of the website is like Codify. I think there is a website called Codify. You can use this as a reference. Very fantastic portal here. Codify.net. Codify TradingView. So absolutely, if you're a beginner and you want to start here, inch by inch, if you want to learn, you have to start with Codify.net. They had done a fantastic documentation about right from the start, each and everything, inch by inch, they had given such kind of examples here, right? So probably this link also, I'll share it. What I'm going to do now, I am going to create one more channel, marketcalls.slack.com. I guess you guys would have been already onboarded. If not, connect with the Febinars team. They will help you to onboard you. Here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create one more additional channel over here. So there's one more channel here I'm going to create. As of now, we don't have any channels over here. This is a TradingView channel I'm going to create here. TradingView. So this is for TradingView Pinescript user. TradingView Pinescript exclusively. Question. The public channel, by the way. Oops, it's a public channel. Click on create. So if in case, what you have to do here is you have to add yourself. You have to click on channels. You'll be able to see the list of channels. From here, you can go and add TradingView. From here, you can add on your own. everybody will have access to all the channels, right? All the channels, everybody have access to all the channels. The only thing is that maybe it may not be visible, but still you can go to the channel, you can click on the channel, or probably you can pull out from here and you can join that particular relevant channel. All right, so yeah, some already Satish had joined on his own. Likewise, you can also go back and join on your own. If not, you just always check with Webinar team. They will onboard you to this channel. This channel is created only just now. If you already onboarded to Slack, probably you have to check from the channels, and from there you have to add yourself. So if I want to share any codes, let's say tomorrow, if you want to ask any questions on this channel will be continuing lifetime. If in case, let's say, if you want to ask any question, let's say the Supertrend question, if you want to share, you try to code something, it is a code you want to share here. What you have to do, let me tell you how you can share the code. Copy the code first of all. Go to the Slack. You see this, there is a coding option is there. There's a code option is there. Click on that and paste the code. And now share it from here. Maybe you select everything and then there's a, instead of code, you just put a code block, paste it over here, and then share it. It will be very easy for us to decode that code, or even if you want somebody want to download the code also, it will be very helpful and very easy. Somebody want to copy the code and then they want to reuse the code, or if somebody want to debug your code, always use the code block. So this code block is what you have to use. You can also paste here. But if you're pasting in a plain vanilla mode, it will not looking nice. So you can select the code and then you can apply this coding format. This way also you can apply the code. But which is more comfortable? This code block is what more comfortable, which is very easy to copy and paste. So here also I can copy and paste. Either way, you can use it. All right. So if you are pasting the code and you have to select the code format here, that way it turns into code before posting, or you have to use this code block and you have to post inside the code block here, then you have to send it. All right, so this way you'll be able to get the codes as well. So what are the codes we are discussing? It will be available in the courses portal also. Always you can remember courses.marketcalls.in. Here a separate course will be created. And this place, if you go to all courses, you'll be able to see by end of the day, practical approach to Pinescript programming. That access you will be provided. All right. So is screener available for NSE futures? Yes, it is available for NSE futures. And can we start learning in the basic version, please? And of course, yes. So we'll do one thing. Tomorrow we are going to discuss. Today we discuss some of the basics of Pinescript. Tomorrow, what is agenda? So agenda is already listed in the webinars portal. So always webinars portal is the link which you have to refer. Click on the webinars and then practical approach to TradingView program. Tomorrow we are going to look into the plot functions. A lot of plot functions we are going to look into that. If else statements we are going to look into that. TradingView operators, inbuilt functions in TradingView. How to write your own, very first strategy, how you have to write your own strategies, working with colors. I mean, of course, drawings and trend lines, we're going to look into that a little bit, and how to publish the scripts to the public library. Tomorrow, I'm going to create one of the script and I'll show you how to publish your script to a public library. I'm going to build one of the very simple indicator. I'm going to take it and then I'm going to build it. I'm going to show you how to publish your own to the public library also. All right. So let me stop the session here. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll try to talk more about the Pinescript function. I guess today you learned something new about Pinescript. Maybe if you are not a programmer, if you are a programmer, right, you may not be finding it that interesting. But going forward, we will be discussing more and more basic functions, and then we will be getting into some of the complex functions as well. As we go more and more, we will be getting into more and more, we will try to understand the complexity of this trading. We will go and measure the depth of the TradingView Pinescript as well. Thank you.